Okay, the third video of the Tampa Bay series that I'm doing, pretty much an analysis of the breakdowns of Brady and their offense, and now I'm going to do one on their defense. To me, the most baffling team of the year, really. I expected a much better year from them. A veteran team, just won a Super Bowl 2 years ago, had a lot of the guys back. Breakdowns on offense, morale issues on offense. Brady wasn't happy, the offense wasn't good, a lot of injuries during the year, but that wasn't the excuse. You couldn't, a lot of teams have injuries, but there were breakdowns on defense as well. And Todd Bowles, the schemes are still good, but there's something wrong with the defense. And I want to look through some of this Dallas game, again, the last game of the year for them, and you're going to see the breakdowns I'm talking about. We start here with Dallas in a 3 tight end formation, got a tight end over here. They were doing a lot of this power set stuff, spreading it out from there. And this way, how are they spreading here? Well, this is sort of a spread run, obviously in the shotgun, and what looks like a read option, but really it's just a pure handoff. You can tell he's not optioning that. The guy center is pulling. The Buccaneers are up on it. They've got a lot of guys in the box. They're not quite heavy enough for the 3 tight end. I could use an extra lineman, or I would say, or at least a linebacker here. So I would have liked to see them a little heavier, but they're heavy enough. And they're coming up here, and they're aggressive. They have run eyes. They do everything right. Prescott's acting like he might keep, but it's a pure fake. Prescott carries out the fake. It holds the guys a little bit. And as you can see, a guy that can run, unlike Brady, it really kind of helps in this power spread style. And as Pollard heads towards the edge, Devin White is coming right up in his gap right here on the outside. And he sort of gets out of balance and loses his balance here and destroys his gap integrity. And then boom, the block out on the edge on the safety, and we've got a hole. A little bit of sluggishness from the defense. They started off really fired up, which I showed in the first video. They are playing for Bowles, but when the offense comes out sluggish and screws around as it does all year, it starts to already affect the defense, as you can see here. It's not terrible, but it's not that fired up. Kind of like, that's not a huge thing that was a problem, that they should have let that run go like that. You can see it here. Devin White, and you see where he's, he comes up on that, I think it's the tight end, or no, that was the center. The center was pulling, and the center does a wraparound block there. And Devin White is like trying so hard he needed to just get in the gap. He was there, but he's trying so at 45. Look at him, trying to get up on the tight end or the center who was pulling. And because of that, he lost his balance, and then he lost his integrity, gap integrity. So again, just a little thing, and that's probably the least egregious of all the stuff I'm going to show. But I show a lot of passing breakdowns, so I did want to show one running breakdown. Now, and he's a good veteran. You just sort of don't, it might be a bit over trying. They were really fired up, and I think they're trying to make up for a sluggish offense as part of the problem as well. Here we have, the first touchdown, a little bit later in the drive. Okay? This is Edwards, who made a lot of mistakes in this game. I saw him making mistakes all year. This is a cover 3. These guys have gap defense. It's a little different than gap integrity I was talking about. They sort of play the zone, but they play gaps as well. But you've got to be aware. Edwards goes out here, and I'll show you in another one here. They're earlier in the play. No, I'll show you right now. Bowles is baffled by everything. That was right after the play. Okay. See? Conversing. Cornerback, Murphy Bunting. He was talking to him. Who they have, what they have. See? Pointing at him. Because what happened is you have a motion here. They had a bunch set. The receiver goes in motion. No longer is it 3-by-1. It's now 2-by-2. And you've got the tight end here. So now he's kind of going to be out on this guy, though it's a cover 3. But still, it's going to be like a matchup zone style in the gap, though. So it's like they have to be aware of that. So he's pointing to him like, you've got this tight end if he goes down the seam. Okay? And that's exactly what he does. And Edwards lets him go down the seam. Touchdown. You know, that wasn't bunt. That's why Bunning's yelling right there. Bunning's like, what the heck? Because, as you see here, yeah, you see they're pointing to each other. You're over there, I'm here, we're pointing at each other, talking. So what happens is he's going back, he's going out in the zone, and he's widening out, thinking this guy's doing a stop. And he would be out here on this, and then Bunting would have this guy, or he's got this guy in the flat coming out on an out. Either way, he's not paying attention. He's purely looking at Prescott. And this is sort of a matchup zone, so you've kind of got to keep your eyes on both. That's just terrible technique, terrible execution. So suddenly, as this guy starts to do an out, and then an out and up, he thinks this guy stopped, and he races out there. See? And then Bunting would have this guy, but this guy's going down the sideline. Now Bunting has this guy. He's caught, and he's totally conflicted. And Edwards lets his guy go down the seam, which he was just told to keep that guy. If he goes down the seam, you have got to, what they call, you have to follow that guy. You have to. There's many things they can call it, but you have to carry him. You know. So, anyways, easy touchdown pass, total breakdown, in a rather simple scheme. This is really bad by a veteran team. I mean, this is not anything real complicated. This isn't like, Bowles is being too complicated. In fact, Bowles kept backing off his scheme. I noticed during the year, his scheme got weaker and weaker. He had to keep backing off because guys are blowing stuff all over the place. And it's true. If you just go with a match defense, it's a little easier sometimes than trying to match up in that gap. But there's assignments even in a matchup zone. You don't just sit in your zone and wait. There's assignments. And if this guy's going down the seam, you have to carry him. So that was Schultz, and that's an easy touchdown. I'm going to go up on here. Edwards again in a quarters coverage. Here we go. This is quarters. See this? It's not cover two. These guys are in their quarter two. Now, in quarters, it's an assignment oriented. So they're not just hanging out in cover four. This is quarters. So they get the crossers, okay? Now, no one crossing over on his side. He takes it deep. No one gets past him deep, right? So he's watching in case. And then no one goes deep there. So then he starts to come over to this guy, okay? That's that guy's side. Edwards, here we go again. He starts to come up, which was the right idea. Then he starts to go back, but there's no one beating going deep into his area. He can calm down on that. Both these guys need to get up more aggressive. They're doing a mesh up here. And even though, it's hard to believe, but yes, in an aggressive quarters, you need to get up on this. And he's starting to go back again. I mean, look at him going back. There was just, like, he's not playing this the right way. It's just that simple. And now he comes up late. Little shovel over there. So you had this linebacker going out on that guy in the flat. That's the right thing. He's picked up his guy. So the quarters is a match defense. So he's got to match this guy. There's no one else around here. He needs to get up here. And this guy can even get ready too and get up there more. But he's not at fault. It's Edwards again. Little dump off. So again, I don't know what to say. These aren't rookies. This isn't the beginning of the year. I could see this more early in the year. I don't know what to say about it, but it's messed up is what I can say. And yeah, I mean, if you say to me, well, that's Todd Bowles' fault too. Yeah. He's the head coach. That's right. He's got to get his operations better. The execution's a mess. That comes in the practice. That comes in just a lot of things. It's behind the scenes. Okay. All right, so we come along here. And I just want to show you, this team is still trying. Look at this. They're down near the goal line now. They're going to go up a second touchdown. To me, this second touchdown was big. When I was watching this live, I was with somebody, and I said, they've got to hold them here. Like, I really felt, and you can see them here. They've got their leg. They're a little bit pumped up still. I mean, if they can stop them here, 3rd and goal, bam, boom, rushing in there. They got them. Look at them. There you go. There's the energy. You need to see that on offense. We never do, right? But here we go. Okay? Good stuff. 4th and 1. Are they going to try a field goal? Well, the way the Bucks have been this year and the lack of execution, and they're easy to fool, right? So, oh, look at that. See, I love that. That's what we need more of. And that tells me Bowles has this team. I just want to show that again. Bowles, he's got the team plays for him. So that's the first thing you need. Forget about scheme, forget about operations. The team needs to play for you. Even talent. Forget about it. Number one, the team needs to play for you. They're playing for them, okay? But here's our issue. This is operations again. Execution, okay? This guy out here is Britt, and he has contain. Little bootleg. This is, nothing. This is not, you can do this in high school. Okay, it was a great fake, and Prescott can run. But come on, man. I mean, what are they teaching? What are they doing in practice? And of course, hate to get back on this again. Let's not get back on this, but anyways, I'll leave it go if we see it. That's great, but we had the face of Brady again. I just can't get off the Brady thing. I just can't believe all the 30. Well, that's great. The pain look by Bowles. He knew that second touchdown was big. Forget the extra points, how they were missing them. Doesn't matter. When you score touchdown after touchdown, you can't score an offense. Extra points don't matter. But yeah, that face says it all. That could be the face for the year. Just was a mess, execution-wise, operationally, and there it is. Flat Brady all year. Just the whole. It really makes sense now why they struggled when you look deeper. And there's Britt, 52. What in God's name is going on here? Not even a clue. Dude, I know it was a good fake, but there's no excuse. You have got... I've seen guys in college play this better. And I'm not on Britt's case. This is one play. I don't know what Britt's done all year, but I'm just saying. I don't get on like one player's case, or I don't get on one play, or the kind of BS. All right. So... that was huge. 12-0. I know, another silly mixed extra point there. That guy just lost his mind. I don't know what to say about that. And he got it back a little bit in the next game, but I'm talking about the kicker, Mar. But I don't know what to say. Canadian football guy. All right. Yeah, here we go. So. This is Mr. Aikman. Now I'm not. I mean, I liked Aikman's commentary, to be honest. Some of these guys, I like these guys. They played the game, but he's kind of called. It says middle of the field open. That's the big zero. So it's a 2 coverage, but it's a quarters. It's actually quarters. It's not cover 2. And you can see with the guy coming up. That time Edwards did that pretty well. Watch how he comes up in his quarters look. This is his assignment. This is right. That's exactly right. Crosser just got up there a tad late. He was there. In fact, he was trying to jump the route. Prescott, I don't know if he did it on purpose. It doesn't look as good as Herbert and some of the ways he threw guys open. I don't know if it was completely on purpose, but because it was just a tad, he didn't lead him, which was good because Edwards was there if he had let him. So, good job by Edwards, but quick pass, quick read. And quarters isn't the hardest thing to beat anymore. You want to mix it up more, but it's nice as a mix-up. So, okay, and then here we go. In the end zone. Another quarters look. Now, I would say Bowles is playing too much just quarters. But I know that he's not mixing it up that much this year because of stuff like this. Oh, the breaks down in execution. He can't play around too much. So again, let's get out wide there. See Aikman doing his thing there. That's what the routes are, the route tree. It doesn't really matter. Here it is, quarters. Okay, down near the end zone. I didn't see much cover 6. I used to see Bowles do that more. He's just not mixing as much. He doesn't trust these guys. And they're veterans. I know they were injured a lot. Injuries did have a part to play. 2 years in a row. I'll admit that. But there's more to this. Bowles has got to get the operations together. I believe he can. I believe he deserves a chance. He really does. I believe we'll see what happens. But, don't get too involved in the offense. You have a vision. Get the right coordinator. Get your guys lined up and let the offensive guy take it over. Okay, anyway. So, pretty good job. When you have this, the cornerback is supposed to keep an eye on this guy. That's right. And then The safety, is doing his part. You see everybody in their quarter, right? In their fourth area. And then as Prescott rolls out, now the quarter, everybody rolls. The quarter comes up, this guy goes over, the safety goes over. That's Edwards again. Schultz is yelling, like he was wide open for a second. A more passing quarterback might have saw that right away. That's why quarters isn't a great thing to run over and over. There's all kinds of holes in it. But anyway, you can do it more passive like that than it's holes. You can do it more aggressive with man or press, but then you can get burnt deep big time. So, I would say down near the end zone and the red zone, maybe more press would have been better, but whatever. Like again, Bowles is scared or whatever. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Edwards, remember before the play I showed you where he had his eyes on the quarterback too much? And he does it again. He's eyeing up the quarterback. His technique is off. For an NFL guy, it's really bad. Boom. You can't. Schultz is like playing with this guy. And Prescott, I don't want to put down Prescott, but it wasn't like he did anything that great. It was a nice scramble. He can move out. Then he pop. That's actually a nice pass in the pressure. He's a tough guy. I mean, there's good things about Prescott. There really are. I mean, he's not like the greatest passer ever, I mean, as far as reading defenses and stuff. But that kind of, the mobility, the the improv, that stuff's great. Okay. So, yeah. Now it's 18-0. Game over, basically. That's the end of it. Okay, here we go. Then last but not least, let's jump up ahead. One more thing that I think exemplifies pretty much the whole year for this team. This is going to be a Prescott audible. And the defense is also going to shift from what looked like maybe a one match into a rover match is the best way I can put it, that I don't know what else to call it. So he's audibleizing right here. He's about to do an audible. There it is. Ding-a-ling and boom. This is probably going to be a one match, one high kind of thing. That's a cornerback, so it's really just one high right here. Okay. And there's Edwards, the safety, but he's down low. He's kind of up on the tight end there. Now they switch it. They're talking. Okay. And I can do one more thing here. Let me get this sound up. There's a little
4 or 5 games.
I got those guys talking.
To the year, they were able to create takeaways.
Okay, listen to Edwards.
And that's really what is in need right now for them defensively.
Yeah. Here we go.
Lasso, 5.
Lock up 5. Watch him 5. I don't know. I think it was lock up. So basically, he yelled out pretty much 5. Boom, boom, boom. He's got this tight end for the most part. He's acting as a rover. So suddenly this is moving from a one high safety into some kind of rover with a cover 0 without any deep safety help. But the option, and Bowles again gives these guys freedom, which is sort of a mistake because they execute so bad. He's got the running back. And just watch. So everybody's lined up. Let me knock off the sound. Here we go. Everybody's lined up. We got 5-man rush. He's really not blitzing. He's just doing it because the guy's going to block. But see, that's why he gets caught up in this mess, because he's watching the running back. So now he's caught up in the mess, but the running back's blocking anyway. And then here's the screw up. Watch as the tight end comes out. Edwards is sort of passing him off in this sort of a man match. It's a man match with a rover without any like a cover 0 match. It's a 0 match basically. And so there comes the tight end, and there he goes. He's pointing this guy to the rover coming up. All right, jump on that guy. And here's the problem. Okay, you're going to watch CC Lamb, boom, across. And I should show you bunting. Murphy bunting. Watch his reaction. Watch this. Wide open and watch bunting. What the god dang it? And he's yelling out there to those guys. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up, guys. Just watch it. Just watch this guy. God, damn it. He's not mad because he's open, and here's why he was open. This is the kind of stuff I'm trying to show everybody here. Okay. Look at this leverage. I would think that's good leverage, and you want him, you know, because these guys got inside leverage. And look at him, totally turned. That's inside leverage. He's using the sideline. Good. He's using that. Okay, he's trying to block him from coming in. If they're not going to have any help inside, but Bunting drops out of it. Look, he turns his shoulder, and the way he's playing so off coverage, off man, he needs help inside. He's supposed to have help. And I think that's why he was so mad. Because as he passes him to here, he can come back here and help in some of these crossers. I think Edwards is supposed to come off and help here. Look, I don't know exactly what's going on here, and if someone would watch and comment, go ahead. But he's passing him off to here, yet he's still following him anyway. So now they've got some kind of weird half-assed bracket on the tight end. He's coming. The reason he's wide open against Bunting, I don't care if you're the fastest man on the planet, you're way off coverage and your leverage is all off. So, of course, he's opening up to let him in here, I think expecting help here. That's why he was yelling, like, what the heck? So that's Edwards again screwing up? I guess he was supposed to be in the way there. I can just tell you, that is not a defensive scheme of Todd Bowles would want. He would not create a defensive scheme to tell him to say, outside leverage, let him come across here without any help in the middle. Makes no sense. And this wasn't like a pure cover zero. This had a lot of leverage, a lot of match going on. When you saw match, people start leveraging. You can see him leveraged out here. Watch him. He's not going to let this guy get in. See? He's leveraged on him. And then he started to get away from Winfield in here. But Winfield was supposed to protect that part. So again, I don't know what's going on. Some of the guys have inside leverage. When Bunting did, and then he jumped to outside leverage. It looks like Edwards is passing him off to the rover. Then he's backing back here. And then White, because he was following the running back, got caught up in the crowd here. So they had like a 5-man, 6-man rush of nothing, just with a bunch of nothing crap. And, you know, nothing against Prescott again, but any pro NFL quarterback could have done this. But still a nice pass by Prescott. Yep, but now I'll get a lot of thumbs downs from the fans of Prescott if they say this. You're saying our quarterback's not that good? Nope, that's not what I'm saying. Keep putting words in my mouth. There we go. No, but that's a nice pass. I like Prescott a lot, by the way. For any of you who are fans of his, I always liked him. Okay, so that's a mess. That is not something. Todd Bowles is, I don't know why this isn't getting through to the players. I don't even know what to say about all that. I know there was something else here too. Yeah. Oh yeah. I missed a couple things here. Oh yeah. Here I'm gonna go 145. Yeah. Let me jump up here. Here's another real letdown that was real bad. I mean, this is the end of the game now. This is sort of a joke. All right. Sort of like, all right, here we go. And yeah, he was right on this. Aikman nailed this. Carlton Davis, who's excellent, by the way, but, the ups and downs of this season with being with Tampa Bay Buccaneer. He had the guy racing to the outside. That's his duty. He has the inside. This is a match. This is a pattern matching. Man match. Okay? You can see what's going on here. A will. Like they call it a will route. He's got that totally. That's this guy right here. It's supposed to be jumping out here. He's going to be jamming up this guy here. Then he takes the inside guy. But this time Edwards didn't screw up. Edwards had the right thing, but as he sees Carlton Davis, he starts to stop and go, shit, but it's too late for everybody. Watch Davis jump up and down. Oh, damn it. Totally screwed up. He totally screwed up. Just a total mental lapse. It's the end of the game. But all year long, you saw mental lapses like that. Oh, yeah. And then back to Bowles. We got a face on Bowles here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. There's Brady. I'm ready for home. And this, yeah, Bowles is like, man, all year long. Yep. Okay. I'm going to jump back to, I have a couple other things. I thought that was it, but there was a little more, which, again, after I showed that bunting where the guy didn't get in the inside with the bad leverage on everybody, that play, then we have this little thing that, yeah, that's the big pass to Lamb. And then Bulls. I mean, Bulls, you got to get your operations working, man. You got to get these guys prepped. Okay. And then this is just bad tackling. And this is sort of the letdown of like, I mean, that looks silly. That's almost a comedy hour right there. And I mean, they're not like bad like this. This isn't, they don't have to practice tackling. That's what this is. I mean, look how they got blown off the line. They're just getting dejected now. It's 18-0. We got a lot of time left in the third quarter, but you just get down. And Pollard's running hard, and that's what that is. And if you don't agree with me, then let me show you this. Okay? If you don't agree that that's a letdown, and you want to try to tell me that's just they don't know how to tackle, there's plenty of times they show they know how to tackle. That's not the problem. Tackle has a lot to do with desire, morale, energy, and then there can be other things. There can be a lack of other things. But look at this pass rush. I mean, honest to God, I don't know. What are you guys doing for pizza later? What are we doing later? Should we run after this dude? It's horrible. Just horrible. I'll let it go real time. They look a little fired up to start, but then it's like, may have a little run out here. Well, Prescott is doing a bunch of fakes, so I'll give him that. Well, again, Brady's, I'm out of here, man. Maybe he is out of there. I don't know. But, yeah. So, there's some fakes going on, but that's one of those deals where, and I know this as a player, not that I did this. I might have done this once or twice. I'm trying so hard. Watch it. Look at me moving my arms. Look at me doing look at me. I'm moving my legs. Yeah, right. That's just weak. That's a weak effort. But I'm not knocking the D. The D is strong. I mean, they play hard. But they had ups and downs because they were honestly depressed with the offense they had, honestly. I mean, whatever. But also, a lot of mistakes, though. Bad technical mistakes. Here we go. Here's one. Yeah. This I sort of missed. And this is another one. This is such an egregious, like, guys, what is your scheme? I mean, what is your, and then, just a serious flaw in execution for an NFL team. Hell, I mean, it's not even, you wouldn't expect it from and I'm sort of saying it in frustration for Bulls, to be honest. But again, it's on Bulls, man. You got to get these guys going, man. All right, here we go. Couple tight ends. This is it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. Well, I guess I should have let it run. Okay, here we go. Okay, this guy. Okay. See this outside tight end? He's got him. Okay. Inside tight end, he's got him. You don't just go blindly like Tyron's doing, just a nutcase, and you just let this. Dude, you had assignments. I can't even imagine. Whew, I mean, this is a pro team. I can't imagine Nick Saban with this happening. I mean, he would be acting nuts about all this. I'm pretty sure he is supposed to be on him. Silliness. And I'm not acting like I'm not a pro NFL player. I'm just saying you guys get paid a lot. This is what you do, man. This is issues. And I don't know. All I'm going to say is you got to give Bulls a chance. With a full off season, let's see what he does. Tampa Bay fans, don't hang your head yet. I am not 100% going to say Bulls is a good head coach, but just wait. And defensive schemes are fine. He's got to get these guys on the same page and executing, and he's got to get the offense. He's got to get a leader at quarterback who really wants to be there. And it could be Brady still, but they got to fix it up, the offensive coordinator. But yeah, it's just really bad. Have I shown enough bad stuff? Depressing videos, right? Yeah, that's it. That is a wrap. So, what's left? What I will do in the off season about Tampa Bay, I'm going to check out more stuff. I might even do some videos, just me talk. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just check on Tampa, and I'm going to report it. I have a ability to podcast, video, or post, and I'll do something on it and continue to watch. And I know these coordinators. I know their backgrounds. I can talk a lot about the coaching staff that they replace, and I know by the guys they get and their backgrounds possibly what Bulls is thinking, how this is going. I don't know what Bulls is thinking, but I can know by the guys he's selecting because of their backgrounds, and can tell a lot from that if you know the backgrounds. I'm not talking about who they were with last. I'm talking about their whole history. I've got a lot of the backgrounds on all these coaches going all the way back to their college days or whatever else. So okay, so as I can start to kind of get. That's Tampa Bay's going to be my little pet project.